if I'm dating a man and he has a twin brother, I better have the fine one. Because if I don't have the fine one, I'm not dating you. Because I'm not about to look at the fine version of you every time I come to your brother's house. I'm not about to look at you but better every time we have Thanksgiving, every time we have Christmas.
That's really messed up. But also, I feel you. Accurate.
Like, why, when we have kids, they run into the fine daddy. Daddy, daddy. I'm like, that's not your daddy. Your daddy this one.
Yeah, the regular one.
I know you think your daddy the fine one. It's not. Your daddy's this one.
Your daddy, the ugly one.
I'm just kidding. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to my channel. I said, hey.
Hey.
Welcome back to my channel.
Hey, girl.
Hey, y'all. I'm Jazmyn W. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Y'all know I like to jump right in. But first, let me just address the elephant in the room, okay?
What is it?
I am under the weather. So that's why I sound like a mix between Maya Angelou and I don't even know, and Kelly Rowland, I guess, because I have a country accent. But yeah, I just want to let y'all know that's why I'm halfway whispering and my voice is raspy, okay? So, and that's also why the video is a little bit late, but
little bit.
Anyway, we're going to make it through anyway. I just want to remind y'all that this is such good entertainment. If you have not subscribed to this damn channel, what are we doing?
And why are we doing it?
And why are we doing it?
Period.
Anyway, we're here to talk about Married at First Sight. And on my channel, we always start with the most boring couple. So let's jump right in. I also got my wisdom tooth over here was tripping today. I used my water pick on my wisdom tooth today, and my wisdom tooth started throbbing and stuff. I was like, hold on.
Yeah, hold up.
Because I'm trying not to get this taken out. But damn.
It's better today, though.
Okay, let's start with the first couple. I'm calling them Doug and Olga. I promise you, I really do not remember their names. I think it's Alan,
and Madison,
and Olga, I guess. I don't know, but I'm calling them Doug and Olga because that's what y'all be saying in the comments, that she looked like Olga and from
girl, you can't remember nothing.
She looked like the girl from, some of y'all said she looked like the girl from, what's the movie with when the monsters is green?
Shrek.
Is her name Olga from Shrek?
Hell no.
Anyway, and he looked like Doug. So they look like two cartoon characters. Anyway, Olga gave Doug a surprise birthday party because it's his birthday. I thought that was so sweet. And also, let me just say this. Somebody kept telling me, oh, the name is Fiona. Yeah, Fiona. Anyway, somebody kept telling me, please stop saying that Fiona is cute. She's not cute. You say she's cute every week. You start your own YouTube channel and say somebody not cute. I get to say whoever is cute and whoever's not cute because this is my YouTube channel.
And I said whatever the hell I just said. Also,
I think the girl is cute.
And that's my business.
You don't have to be looking like a Heidi Klum to be a cutie, okay? Everybody is cute in their own way.
Yes, ma'am.
I think Alan is not even bad looking. He kind of cute too. If you like men who look like Doug, the cartoon character, you probably think he fine.
Sexy.
So beauty is in the eye of the beholden than them. If I say the bitch cute, she cute.
And I'm the one holding in them on this channel.
Anyway, let's move on. Olga has been taking Doug to some workout classes, and I thought that was really nice. It looks like Doug is putting in a lot of effort to, be with his wife, and I think that's cute, right? I think that's cute. Anyway.
Everything cute except for no coochie.
I think it's so weird how the producers are asking the spouses to pull each other's friends off to the side, but this is the couch in the kitchen. Do they not have like a media room or a game room, or can we not step into the bedroom? Why are we talking about each other literally 5 feet away from each other? That doesn't make no sense.
Right.
And I'm supposed to act like, if my man in the kitchen talking shit about me, I'm supposed to act like I don't hear. I'm supposed to keep drinking water and going, yeah. You hear him.
Right. That's
The
funny.
hell? Anyway, Olga says that if she's gonna be attracted to her man Doug, she needs to feel a compatible core. When I tell y'all, I can't stand the fact that we have the internet. Cause y'all get up on here and make shit up every day. That's the one. I love the internet, but I hate the access to vocabulary that y'all have. Because you looking for a compatible core. What is that?
Something she made up.
What does that even mean? That sounds like a nice way to turn somebody down. The next time I go on a date with somebody and I don't like them, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm really looking for a compatible core. And
You don't have that.
I wouldn't say that we have that. Yeah, because he don't know what the hell that even means.
Even better.
There's no way to have something that you just made up.
Even better.
Anyway, he's trying to make her happy, and she didn't invite him to come watch the game. She didn't invite him. So she don't want to be with him. Yeah. I will skip to the end where I talk about the soccer or the flag football day where he was hungover and he didn't show up to the flag football because it was his birthday. And I told my mom that I would have found that annoying. If I planned a whole flag football day for all the couples and my husband didn't show up, I would have found that a little bit annoying. But my mom said that, how are you going to get annoyed? It's his birthday. You planned a whole thing for his birthday. You was out drinking for his birthday. And then you're mad that he's hungover because he was celebrating his birthday. And I was like, that's a good point, too. It was his birthday, I guess. Like,
Yeah, it's his birthday. So it's his birthday.
but, you know,
Birthday.
maybe that's me. I have PTSD because I love to do things and I love to plan things. And I just feel like I was with somebody for a long time who didn't like to do things with me. So this triggered me. I'm sorry, y'all.
Girl, we know, girl. It's over now.
Anyway, let's move on to the next couple. Let's move on to Juan and Carla. Okay? Juan
Warla.
and Carla had a toga party. What happened to the days where we used to have toga parties? That was cute. I never even been to one. And I felt like it went out of style. But let's bring it back into style, you know? I want to go to a toga party. That's all I'm saying. So, none of my friends watch my YouTube channel, though. So, I guess I'm going to have to text them.
Yeah, because they not going to see this.
Anyway, the party was very boring. But anyway, Juan kept saying that he has to learn, Carla. He has to learn. He has to learn. He has to learn. He doesn't know her. He has to learn what she likes. He has to learn what she doesn't like. And I agree. I kind of agree a little bit. I do cuss a little. I feel like sometimes we expect, and by we, I'm talking about heteronormative relationships and I'm talking about women, we expect men to be able to read our minds or vice versa, honestly. I actually don't even think, I wouldn't even say it's strictly women. I think we, out here in the world these days, we expect people to be able to read our minds. And your mind cannot be read.
It definitely can't.
We don't know you. We don't know what you like. We don't know what you don't like. If you like to be complimented, say, I like a man to compliment me. Like, what's your love language? I like words of affirmation. This is what I like. Like, Juan is not going to be able to read your mind. He doesn't even look like he can barely even read the room, to be honest with you.
That he's standing in.
Like, he doesn't fit. Juan really doesn't give very emotionally intelligent to me. He may be very book smart. He may be very technically, adept or whatever. But he doesn't seem like he can really read the room. So you're gonna have to really spell it out for this man.
In Spanish.
And vice versa. Like, closed mouths don't get fed, baby. And you know what? I really relate to Carla because I'm a Pisces. And I used to be, when I was immature, I used to think, oh my God, why is he not doing this? He should just know. Like, that's common sense. It's common sense to you. To you. You know?
That's why I tell men what I'm thinking. So
Yeah.
when they mess up, no excuses.
Anyway, Carla's friend came and pulled Juan to the side and said, do you compliment Carla?
Oh Lord.
Because Carla said you don't compliment her. She likes to be complimented. And he was like, no, I haven't. Maybe I haven't, but she hasn't told me, so whatever. Then the friend was like, but it needs to be genuine. Girl, shut up. Honestly, like what?
Honestly.
Like sometimes people just don't know what to say. Because if I told my best friend's man, if I say, hey, compliment her, like you need to compliment her more, like, talk her up. Make her feel good about herself. Talk her up. Then that's it. I wouldn't say, but it needs to be genuine. Because then he thinking, damn, like, how do I make a compliment genuine? If I said the shit, I said it.
Right.
Like, oh my God, it was so annoying. I thought that was annoying. But anyway, Juan said, I only know what I know. When him and Carla were in bed, okay, Carla said that she needs affection. And Juan said, I'm not an affectionate person. I'm not a lovey-dovey, touchy type of person. Y'all need to break up.
Red flag.
Yeah. I personally, this is just me. Maybe this is my post-traumatic stress disorder. I would never let no man tell me that he not touchy-feely. He don't like affection. He don't like this. He don't like to cuddle. He don't like that. He don't like da. You don't need to be with me then. No, because I loves to, baby, the hand is going to be on the thigh.
Every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If my man has a neck, it's gonna get kissed. I'm sorry. Like, and vice versa.
I needed to live, to survive, actually.
If you like affection, don't ever settle for somebody who just is not an affectionate person. Don't do it. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It ain't worth it.
I'm saying it
Okay?
ain't. It ain't.
If you're not affectionate, find somebody who matches your speed. If you want to be hugged and kissed from behind, and you want to be stirring up grits and cooking bacon and pancakes and shit like that, and your man come up behind you and kiss you on your neck, that's what the hell you said.
I can't even cook without kisses.
Do not settle for somebody who's not willing to do it. He said he's an acts of service person. Now, didn't I tell y'all? I told y'all on the first or second episode, he's looking for a worker.
Yep.
Juan is looking for a woman to work for him. He's looking for free labor.
Employee.
He's looking for somebody to help him run his business. He just said, I'm an acts of service type of guy. The more you do for me, the more I'm like, wow, because I like to do for people. Juan doesn't look like he likes to do for anybody. I'm going to be honest with you. Juan is looking for an HR business partner, an HR manager, an accountant.
A janitor.
Okay? He's looking for somebody to do his taxes. Juan is looking for somebody to cook, cleaning, cooking, taxing, expenses, booking travel. He's looking for an assistant.
Read over paperwork, send emails, reply to emails, make calls.
And I told y'all, when his parents said, how are you going to help Juan? How are you going to help him? He's looking for a damn executive assistant that he don't have to pay nothing.
Yep. Nothing.
Anyway, Carla said, so how do you feel most loved? What makes you feel most loved? Juan is like, well, I like to do things for people. I'm an acts of service type of guy. That's not what I said. That's not what I meant. How do you feel most loved and cared about and cared for? Like, what makes you feel good in a relationship? When somebody's doing things for me, I'm doing things for somebody else. Or when someone's doing things for me that I didn't ask, that's what really makes me. That's not what I meant, Juan.
That's not what the fuck I meant.
I meant when you are happiest, what makes you the happiest with a partner?
What makes you smile?
When somebody does things. Did you listen to the what the fuck I just said? What? Girl, just what do you want him to say?
Something different.
What do you want him to say? Anyway, he's not affectionate. He likes acts of service. He's not the one for you. He's looking for an assistant.
Scratch him out.
Anyway, Juan and Carla should just go ahead and break up. Let's move on to the next couple. I do not know who to choose between David and Michelle and No Coochie and Imem, but let's go with David and Michelle. I thought it was funny when David's friend came over, the white dude. David said, "Hey, babe," and his friend said, "You look cute." I'm sorry. I thought that was funny and cute. Anyway,
It was. What y'all think?
when Michelle showed his friend around the house, she said, "This is David's room. This where he sleep.
Not me.
I don't know what he got going on in here, but that's his business, which is none of my business."
Alone. Sleeps alone.
Ooh, I wrote down, it's better than the basement. Michelle says she's looking for somebody who matches her lifestyle. She's looking for somebody who's a lifestyle match.
Lifestyle.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Michelle don't look like she has a wonderful lifestyle to me.
Ooh! Clock it. Let's get into it. Why?
Gag it. I'm about to turn into Finito on here. Gag it.
Gag it.
Michelle looks like she does everything average. This is just my opinion.
Get into it, baby.
I'm not even trying to be funny. Michelle's hair doesn't look like her hair is not laid.
Ooh!
You know, her blonde is not glossy.
At all.
I don't see any dimension. There are no highlights, no lowlights.
Dimension.
The makeup is given very much
A new cut. A new color.
run of the mill.
Yes.
The
Application.
clothes, the apartment.
Standard.
What's so fantastic about your lifestyle that you need David to be able to keep up with and that he can't keep up with? He live at home. He got extra money to upgrade you, actually.
To get your hair and nails did. Like his hair shining.
Anyway, I thought it was real funny when Michelle was like, "I've worked my butt off to get where I am. I have a vision of the condo I want to buy."
Do you? Cute.
I wrote down, "Why haven't you bought it?"
Ooh! You been working so hard. I'm confused. Like Glorilla, I'm confused.
The silence. I wrote down, David's friend is reading Michelle for filth, but he's also wrong. Okay?
Yeah, he is.
He said, "How much do you pay for your condo?" She said $2,350. He said, I pay $1,200 a month for a house." He said, "Your money's going down the drain. How much do you have in your savings with your broke ass?" Yeah, I own a home. I'm a homeowner. So David is looking for, somebody to build a life with. He's trying to save money to buy a home. The thing that you don't have that I have.
That you don't have, but I also have, but you don't.
Okay. First of all, why don't David have a house?
Oh, let's get to the questions.
Why didn't y'all team up and put y'all money down at the same time and buy houses next door to each other?
Right, since y'all so bad.
Because what it sounds like is you have a house and David doesn't have a house. And you have a house and I don't have a house. Are you telling me I need to date you? Because you're the one with the house. What's going on?
Period. That's what it sounds like.
As somebody who lives in Los Angeles as well, it's a privilege to own a home. It's in Los Angeles. It's a privilege to own a home. Aren't they in Chicago?
Is it cheap?
It's expensive to live in all of these major cities, right?
That's what I thought.
And when did you buy your house? If you bought your house 8 or 9 years ago, you're at an incredible advantage because the interest rates are different. When did you buy your house? What is your interest rate? How long have you been in the house? You cannot compare. You cannot just walk up to people and say, how much do you pay for rent? You're wasting your money. I own a home. I pay less than you. That is not a realistic mindset when it comes to the economy that we live in. It's just really not, right? Like, come on, let's think a little bit, because you're also showing me that you're not incredibly savvy when it comes to money and economics if you don't understand that it is much harder to buy a home right now than it was in 2020. Like, where are we headed? What are we doing? But he did read her, and I'm not even mad at it, okay? She didn't have nothing to say back to him. That's for damn sure. Okay? Her mouth was stuck like this, like it always is.
Basically, her and David are in the same place. So, what, like, come on.
Anyway, Michelle's sister was like, David, one thing you have to understand is we come from a family of broken homes.
Right.
Because that's all the hell you just said. David's parents have been together for over 30 years. His grandparents have been together for over 40 years. Your daddy been married 3 times.
Gag it.
Your mama been married twice. You been married, divorced. She said, me and my husband were together 11 years before we even got engaged.
Ooh, that sucks.
Y'all are not the blueprint for nobody.
Nobody.
No shade. No shade. Y'all's family of broken homes, broken houses, inconsistent relationships, divorce, heartbreak, heartache, and procrastination.
And custody battles and child support battles and home invasions.
I would have kept that to myself, to be honest with you.
Right.
Because, sure, there is often flawed 30-year marriages. Just because David's parents were together, his grandparents were together for 30, 40 years, doesn't mean that their relationships were perfect. But it does mean that at least they had some consistency.
At least.
Your daddy been married 3 times. He cannot make up his mind. I would have carried that all the way home with me and not said a damn word. And you're using that as a way to justify Michelle's disdain for David?
I don't know about that.
You're gonna have to go back in your bag and pull out something else.
Right.
Because that was a trash reason to be saying this is why Michelle is treating you like dirt. Michelle needs to go to therapy at this point. Like, anyway, I wrote down David was cooking some food for Michelle. I wrote down he's gonna burn her tongue because I know she not used to no spices.
Girl.
It was such a low-hanging joke. I had to say it. One thing I will say is I cannot stand comedians who talk about white people and how they don't season their food.
You just did it.
We've heard the joke 1 million times. I honestly can't stand it. This is a good opportunity to say it. But I can't stand comedians who get on stage and be like, we know you don't season your food. I'm Indian. You stole all of our spices. Look at you. You're white. I know you only use salt and pepper. It's like, how many times are we going to talk about white women? White women are learning how to season it now because of y'all. Let me tell you something. Every time I Google a recipe, it's a white woman's every single time because they said, fuck it. I'm so sick of y'all. Like, I'm from the South. I know a couple white women that do know how to cook.
Where?
So I just be like, let's let that later. Just go ahead and lay that one to rest. Let's just go ahead and retire that one. For real.
Where they at?
White people stole so much stuff. We can leave the spices alone. Like, let's talk about land now.
Please, let's talk about land. In fact,
anyway,
we can know some land right now that need to be given back.
David worked out with Madison and Juan, I think, at 6 a.m. Everybody's saying David and Madison are going to cheat with each other. They should have been paired together in the first place, to be honest with you.
Right.
But anyway, I thought it was interesting that David asked Michelle, what do you think about the way that I dress? And she was like, today you look nice, but I don't really like the jean shorts, and I can level you up. We can level up.
Oh Lord.
Okay, I never seen Michelle wear nothing that I just thought was cute on camera, number one.
Ever.
Number two, it's kind of like, what's David's end game? Is he just trying to be nice guy on camera? I don't know. Anyway, have y'all ever dressed a man that you've been in a relationship with?
I haven't.
Have y'all ever dressed a man that you've been in a relationship with? I'll be honest, I've had some tips. No man that I've ever been in a relationship with has really asked for my opinion, or that I've dated has ever asked for my opinion, but I wish they would. I guess they're just confident.
I like a simply dressed man anyway. So
Your husband, you dress your husband? I could give men some tips, but they never ask me.
they need it though.
Whatever. Cause after a while, if I see men in something that I just don't like, after a while I get the ick. After a while, I'm just gonna get the ick, you know? Like, you got on that again?
Again?
Anyway, a lot of y'all last week said y'all would get in the gym for your man too. And I know that's right. I need a man to get in the gym for me.
For me.
Anyway, let's move on to the next couple. I see you, Maury. Let's move on to the next couple. No Coochie and Emem. I'm calling him No Coochie now because he don't want none.
Ooh! Not from her.
The cousins and the friends came over. Let me take a sip of water, honey, because...
Yeah, hydrate. Hydrate.
Okay. I'm about to show y'all a clip. But I missed this in the episode. I think I missed like the first 12 minutes of the episode. So I missed this when Ikechi got an attitude with Emem and was like, oh, I was going to cook. You know, I was going to cook. But you already ordered food.
So you wasn't going to cook.
Like, you wanted to cook? You wanted to cook? I'm gonna play the clip right here. Okay, I think that was a really, really poor communication between both of them. Because if I said I ordered food and my man looked at me and said, oh, I could have cooked.
Okay.
I would have just simply told my man, okay, well, next time.
You cooking.
Next time you'll cook next time. Right?
End of story.
And he'll be like, well, okay. Yeah. That's it. I wouldn't sit there and say, oh, you was going to cook? You was going to cook? You was going to cook? It's kind of a pointless thing. The food's already been ordered.
Right.
So I would say, you know what? I'm going to hold you to that. Next time, you can cook. End of story. So now that we made an agreement that next time you can cook next time.
Yeah, next time you will be cooking.
Wonderful. And the earnest will be on him to do it next time. I wouldn't sit there and be like, oh, you wanted to cook? You wanted to cook? You wanted to cook? The food's ordered.
And he didn't want to cook, though.
I just thought it was a weird tug of war that they were doing in that moment. I just thought it was odd. And I know that he didn't want to cook. He was just saying that he wanted to do something because she had already ordered the food. But now, we're not even going to go back and forth about that. Like, it's done because the food's ordered. But next time, baby, you can cook, baby. You want to cook? Oh, that's great. Next time you'll cook. Okay? Don't volunteer for things you actually don't want to do. Just say thank you for ordering the food. Like, anyway.
He actually said later he didn't want to do it, but he could have.
Why did I write down that the friend, I think his name was Raphael, Rafael, or whatever the friend, the dark-skinned, bald-headed guy. I said, that looked like the guy. He looked like the guy I walked out on when I went on that date.
Yeah, he do.
That's how he looked.
That's exactly how he looked it. Bald head.
He was tall. He was dark skinned. He was bald headed.
Yep.
That's how he looked. Like that guy.
Thought it was him.
I think that guy was kind of cute.
A little.
But the guy I walked out on a date with, that's how he looked. I almost said it like this. Shoot. Anyway. No Coochie said that he asked for somebody who was ambitious, somebody real, and it's been smooth and easy. They said, can you name some, 4 adjectives to describe Emem? He said, yeah, she's beautiful, she's passionate, she's ambitious, and she's aggressive.
A what? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. I'm getting dizzy. I'm getting dizzy. I'm getting weak.
Aggressive? Aggressive?
I don't know how he got that, but okay. Oh, my God. Your baby sleep, girl. Do not wake your baby up having a mental breakdown. You have to do that when they at school.
Let me just say this. Oftentimes, like to call women aggressive because they actually just don't want to hear shit you have to say.
About nothing.
There has been nothing, absolutely nothing about Emem that made her aggressive. We haven't seen anything aggressive from her this whole episode. We've seen her teeth. She's literally had conversations with this man like this.
Teeth.
She has smiled.
Gums.
She has literally smiled for episode after episode. We've seen nothing but gums, teeth, tongue, gums, teeth, fillings, cavities, gums, lips,
tonsils, cheeks, tissue.
The woman is not aggressive at all. She's not aggressive. People like No Coochie want you to shut up. They don't want to hear anything you have to say. They hate your intelligence. They hate your presence.
Your bank account.
They hate everything about you at this point because she's not an aggressive person.
They hate your success. Did something fall?
And Emem said y'all have to stop calling black women aggressive. You do. Because Michelle has been aggressive with David. She's actually been, I won't even say Michelle's been aggressive. I think that's a bit extreme, to be honest. I will say Michelle she's had way more of an attitude. Way more of an attitude. She's been very combative. I'll say that. Nobody's calling her combative. Nobody's calling her aggressive. Nobody's saying she's a mean girl. Nobody's saying anything negative about her during this whole process.
At all.
But Emem is here smiling at you across the dinner table and you're calling her aggressive. It's just honestly sad. And I think No Coochie has low self-esteem. And I think that I'm glad that the hyper masculine guy, Ritu or whatever his name was there, because he was like, well, you seem passive, so if you're not going to take the lead on anything, she has to jump up and do it.
Ooh!
He was kind of reading him for filth.
He was. He read him.
He was kind of reading him. Like, No Coochie said, I'm from the South. I'm used to, just, engaging with a woman versus questions. I'm used to getting to know somebody versus a lot of questions.
Okay. He lying.
I'm from the South. And I don't know what he's talking about.
He'll just say anything, to be honest. He likes to talk. He never makes sense.
He said, I'm not scared of her or anything. She's just not laid back.
Okay.
Anyway, Emem was asked to describe a few words about No Coochie, and she said he's laid back, calm, creative, and nonchalant. Nonchalant is exactly how I would describe him. Y'all know my mama actually told me that when she first met my dad, he was very nonchalant.
And he still is. Hell no. Couldn't be me.
I could see that. My dad really thinks he's the HNIC. Yeah. She said he was very nonchalant. I said, why you continue to date him? You liked it. You like a little bit of a chase, don't you, Barbara? She was like, he was just nonchalant. I was like, why am I here?
What am I doing here? Why do I exist?
You ever been disappointed in your mama?
And daddy too.
Because why you with him if he nonchalant?
Should have been left
What
him.
am I doing here? You know? I'm disgusted. And he nonchalant to this day. Look at the monster you fed all these years. 40 years y'all been together, and you put up with this nonchalant nonsense.
What you was about to say?
I thought you was a bad bitch.
Thought you was a baddie.
Anyway. Anyway, No Coochie and Emem's friend had a little bit of a back and forth. He was like, I think he said, it ain't about you. She was like, we asking her. He was like, y'all asked me. We asking her.
And she asking him.
Oh my goodness. I have a lot to say about this topic in general. I honestly do, but I just don't have the time to say everything I need to say. But what I will say is I called my dad and I said, Dad, do you think that Emem was aggressive? My dad said, no, I don't think she's aggressive. I don't think she's like the definition of aggressive, but I do think she's coming on too strong, and I totally agree with that. I 100% agree with that take. My dad said she's coming on too strong. If you meet a man and he's nonchalant, that's not your cue, baby girl. That's not your cue to jump in the game and let him know that how you really feel about him. Yeah. If you meet a man and he nonchalant, that's not your cue to be like, oh, let me see what I can do. Let me see what. If you nonchalant, baby, I'm non-existent.
I'm gone. Disappear.
I'm not around. Because, like, why would you go then chasing him? You know, I think she's been doing a little bit. She's been putting in effort into her marriage. And honestly, it makes sense. He said he wanted to get married. He came on this show. He walked down the aisle with you. He said yes on when he saw you. And so why wouldn't you let your husband know that you're attracted to him, that you're interested, that you're, all of these things. But he's not into you.
Clearly.
So, like, don't put up with that. I would not be letting him know nothing about nothing. I'd be Michelle at this point. You can sleep over there. Anyway, the bald-headed, dark-skinned chocolate drop said, but can you handle her? I mean, and I wrote down, he can't even handle her financially. He made that very clear. He has no money. He brokey. My most recent dating stories video was based on this relationship.
Exactly. Yeah.
When he walked into her apartment, he said, damn, you got all the money? Damn.
I'm trying to get like you.
Before she came to his apartment, he was like, I just want to let you know, I got humble beginnings, I can't really, I can't keep up with you.
Ew.
He can't even keep up with her financially. He can't handle her financially. He can't.
In the bedroom either, probably.
Anyway.
He looked like he can't keep up with her.
I wrote down aggressive. This is what Emem said. Aggressive is a gross misrepresentation of who Emem is.
Disgusting.
A gross misrepresentation. Yep. A disgusting, nasty. That's not who she is at all. Anyway, the final question was, Baldhead Chocolate Drop said, Ikuchi, do you see yourself falling in love with Emem?
Do you just see it? If you close your eyes, can you imagine it?
He said, damn, I feel like I'm being interviewed. You are. So do you see yourself falling in love with her? It's a yes or no question. No Coochie said, I can't get no water or nothing.
No.
They said, no. Do you see yourself? Do you see yourself? Not will you fall in love with her? Not are you going to most certainly fall in love with her? Not do you think next week you'll be in love with her? Not are you in love with her now? Do you see yourself falling in love with her? Do you see it?
Maybe one day, maybe.
Do I see myself being a successful comedian and have my own talk show? Yes, I see it. Does that mean it's going to happen tomorrow? No, it doesn't. But I do see it. I see it for me.
Period.
That's all he's asking. The answer is no. He don't see himself. And he got offended. He's like, I'm not here to please y'all. I'm not here to whatever for y'all. It was a simple question. It doesn't mean it has to be a fact. Do you see it for yourself? It doesn't mean nothing. All he had to say was, I don't know.
But he don't see it. That's why he didn't want to say that.
Only time will tell. But he started talking about his throat dry. He got a sore throat. He need a throat lounger. He need a Halls. He need a peppermint. He need water. He need juice. His blood sugar is low. He need a little sugar cube to help out. He need insulin. And he need a Ozempic. He need a doctor. He got an ear infection. His head hurt. He need an ibuprofen, a Tylenol. He started saying all types of shit.
He looking for... He got to get out of there.
Anyway, let's move on to the last couple.
Yeah, let's move on away from them. Get away from me with this Apollo.
Let's move on to Thomas and Camille.
It's going to take 45 minutes.
I can't believe I'm still talking about this.
It's going to take 45 minutes right here. Just them.
My mouth is dry from talking about the same thing every fucking
swag. Sex appeal. Is you cool?
You gotta relax before you talk
the neighborhood you grow up in, the type of pants you wear, if you use lotion or shea butter. Damn.
Thomas and Camille went to Thomas's brother's pool party. He had a little pool party in the back. I wrote down I couldn't be with Thomas because his brother too fine. I really want to make a sketch about this, like a skit about this on social media, but I don't know if people are going to get it. I have notes. I just don't know if people are going to get it, because if I'm dating a man and he has a twin brother, I better have the fine one. Because if I don't have the fine one, I'm not dating you. Because I'm not about to look at the fine version of you every time I come to your brother's house. I'm not about to look at you but better every time we have Thanksgiving, every time we have Christmas.
That's really messed up. But also, I feel you. Accurate.
Like, why when we have kids, they run into the fine daddy. Daddy. I'm like, that's not your daddy. Your daddy this one.
Yeah, the regular one.
I know you think your daddy the fine one. It's not. Your daddy's this one.
Your daddy the ugly one.
I'm just kidding. Because I honestly, after watching Thomas week after week, after seeing Thomas at the pool party, and after seeing Thomas's brother again, Thomas is fine to me now.
Yeah, he look good.
I don't care. I don't want to hear what nobody got to say. He fine to me. I don't care. I don't care if he talks like this. I don't care if his mouth is like this. Both of their mouths are like this. He's fine to me now at this point.
They both fine.
Especially, I seen Thomas at the pool party and he was hugging everybody. He looked tall and he looked like he had some shoulders on him. I was like, yeah, I can work with that.
Yeah, no, that ain't no problem.
I don't know what you see, Camille, but I can work with it. I wrote down Thomas looks tall and fit though. What's the problem?
I don't see no problem. I didn't see not one problem with him, to be honest with you. Y'all seen a problem? Let me know.
Anyway, the friend said that Thomas is not her type at all.
Okay.
She said she's used to a dark-skinned guy who's loud and who showboats. When I tell you I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I can't stand y'all. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. I hate this conversation. I hate everything about it. I do. I hate the way that people have turned preferences into like such a nauseating conversation for me.
Oh, yes, it is.
You have a man, a black man here who is kind and smart, and you said that you're used to a man who is loud with a lot of ego.
Who wants a loud guy with a lot of ego? Rambunctious.
Thomas said, I don't understand why you usually don't date, why you don't date light-skinned guys, because you're light-skinned. And Camille acted like that was just a wild statement.
It was.
That was actually a very fine argument. You're light-skinned, so why don't you date light-skinned men?
Exactly.
Well, because I'm light-skinned, duh. That's not a good argument.
At all.
What's wrong with light-skinned men? Like, you should have thought, wow, yeah, this is stupid.
Very dumb, actually.
I just think that I cannot believe she let it come out of her mouth that she's used to dark-skinned guys who are loud and showboaty. Not only did I think it was like, I didn't like it because it's kind of like we need to let the light skin, dark skin thing, as far as who we're attracted to, you can be attracted to anybody. If they have the qualities and they look good to you, you can be attracted to anybody. This is just how I think. Listen, do I love a dark skinned man with a pretty smile and a nice dark skin and muscles, and his skin just shining, glistening, and the melanin is dark and rich, and if he got a few tattoos too, yeah, and if he got a few locks too, you know what, yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
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 But that doesn't mean that I'm not attracted to light skinned men. Okay? Because sometimes a light skinned man can come around, honey, and he have a beautiful smile, and then you get up real close to him and he smell like coconuts. I had that happen one time, honey. His arms was big and yeah, you know, his hair was all soft and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Had a little bit of curl to it and stuff like that. You put your hands in it, it's real soft to the touch. I love that. You know what I'm saying? You know? So what's the problem?
Let that man go. You block that man.
Also,
let that man go.
You saying that you like dark-skinned, loud men to me didn't really sit right with me. It's like, okay. And then you saying that that's your type and telling your light-skinned husband that is your type, all of it sounds very stupid. It sounds very immature. It sounds shallow. And Camille says things in a very sweet way because she wants us to believe that she's not shallow, you're shallow, and you really need a reality check as well. Just because you say like, yeah, I don't want to make Thomas feel bad. But you literally, I don't believe in telling your partner that you like somebody who's the opposite of them.
Yeah, it's mean.
There's a whole trend on that on TikTok. When you go through your man likes and all the girls are opposite of you, you might want to break up with him. So just say you don't, I'm not your cup of tea. Just say that.
Yep.
Oh my God. I'm literally tired of talking about it as well.
Exhausted.
Every week we're talking about the same fucking thing. And I wrote down, why are we talking about exes? Y'all married.
Married.
Anyway. Camille asked Thomas and his brother and his friend, what's the difference between the people you've dated in the past and me? They were naming negative things about his ex and positive things about Camille. Do y'all see the difference? Do y'all see how the men actually had respect for Camille's feelings?
Exactly that. Yep.
Could y'all fathom that the men around the pool actually said, you know what, you're way more of a genuine person. Those women weren't genuine. You're way more of an authentic person. You seem really nice. What's not clicking with you, Camille, and the girls
friends
around the pool? Are y'all
exactly
dumb? Because you sit up here and hurt your husband's feelings by saying, oh yeah, she like dark-skinned men with tattoos who are loud and audacious and be loud in the club and drink a lot and stuff like that. Yeah, she like thugs
who drink Hennessy and got gold
You're
chains.
triggering his inner child, his insecurity. And you're also biracial. So why is this not clicking with you? Oh my God. They haven't had sex yet. Hopefully they have sex next week. And Thomas, let me tell you something, baby. If you don't, I'm going to put it down. You're going to fall in love. I swear.
If you put it down right.
Thomas, if you come in with the bland strokes, I know something. I won't be able to stick up for you at that point.
I won't be able to, Thomas.
Okay?
For real.
If you come in with the plain bagel, no everything seasoning, no schmear, no cream cheese, just a plain bagel strokes,
I won't be able to spice it up for you, baby. I'm sorry.
I promise you, I'm done defending you.
So get to moving them hips.
Anyway, I wrote down, friends do not determine whether somebody's the perfect match for you. You determine that. We got down to the nitty gritty of where, oh man, I don't have no battery. Well, I guess that's the end.
All right, bye.
Just kidding.
Oh, Lord. Where your makeup?
I'm back, but I had to come back a whole 24 hours later almost.
You couldn't get ready?
I'm feeling a lot better. I sound better than I sounded yesterday. And my child is gone. So let's finish talking about Thomas and Camille. I was also trying to rush it a little bit yesterday. So let me just take my time a little bit when talking about this couple.
10 more minutes.
Yeah, I was talking about the fact that Camille said she don't date light-skinned men, even though she's light-skinned and biracial. I never understood that.
Take a deep breath.
I just don't understand that. To me, there's a lot of underlying problems with saying that you don't date light-skinned men. And there's a lot of underlying trauma within the black community with saying that they don't date, with people saying that they don't date light-skinned men, which I get. But I think, there's a lot of contributing factors, like, do light-skinned men find black women attractive? Do you feel like light-skinned men will like you back? Do you feel like light-skinned men are not as masculine as dark-skinned men, which is homophobic and homophobia within our community? There's a lot of reasons why, historically, why a lot of black women be saying that. Specifically, like light-skinned and black women. I don't know.
Can't relate.
I've heard women say, oh, I don't want a man who's prettier than me or thinks he's prettier than me or something like that. And I think that's just like also a little bit of colorism within our community. It's the way that lighter skinned people are treated or told that they're beautiful or stuff like that. But I don't know why she wouldn't date somebody or typically don't date somebody who's lighter skinned because she's lighter skinned. And I ultimately think that Thomas asking her why is not a invalid question. And when she said and he was like, because you're light skinned, I didn't think that was a stupid response. It was made very much sense. That's just like me being like, oh, I don't date brown skinned, dark skinned men. Why? You're dark skinned. Jazz, why don't you date dark skinned men? Just because I don't. Doesn't that give very much like, oh, well, I don't want to have like dark babies or something like that, which is like, grow up. That being said, I date men from all skin.
Sure do.
Okay, I like my men chocolate.
Sure
I
do.
like my men caramel.
Yep.
I like my men cinnamon. Cinnamon with your cinnamon brown skin.
Yeah.
I like my men light skin. My first boyfriend in high school was biracial. Okay, he looked Hispanic. Yeah, I listen. Call me Ben and Jerry's, bitch. Cause I date the Ben and the Jerry's. That's all I have to say about it. But anyway, let's move on.
I'm wearing sunscreen.
Camille said that she likes to think that she's deep. You're not deep. You're as shallow as a
spitball.
Camille's so shallow, and I'm sorry. I'm going in on all the women, especially this season, but some of the men too. Like no coochie, but like Camille, you're not deep
at all.
A couple of people was like, Camille's beautiful. She don't have to wear makeup. She don't have to da. She's a beautiful woman. She doesn't have to wear makeup. But let's not act like she has no razzle dazzle to her. Her and Thomas are a perfect match.
Perfect.
He don't have no razzle and she don't have no dazzle. They're fine together. They look great together. Girl. Anyway. Thomas said that he does like black women. His first girlfriend in college was black and he dated her for several years. He loved the black girls. He also said that his college girl that he dated was from a different community than him and grew up, around more black people and such and such and such and such.
Such and such.
Thomas also pulls his do-rag out at night and go to sleep to make sure his waves on point in the morning. Quit playing with my boy Thomas.
Okay.
Quit playing with my boy.
Okay, girl.
Dang. Okay.
We not.
I wrote down Camille likes to say nasty stuff in a sweet voice. Oh, you could just dress a little bit more cooler. Okay. That's what we call nice nasty.
Yes.
I said, how many times are we going to talk about Thomas being from a different neighborhood than you? We asked her, Tom, what's so culturally different about Thomas versus you? Oh, well, he likes to go to bars that are racist. That's because that's the kind of stuff black men do.
It is.
Like, if a bar is racist, it's more likely for a black woman to be like, I'm not gonna go there, and it's more likely for a black man to be like, they never said nothing to me.
I've heard it.
We know that. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I have. Hold on, let me block this person that don't have a profile picture, because everybody who got low self-esteem don't never have a profile picture, and I see you after my peripheral. Anyway, I'm from Dallas, Texas. I grew up around, bars that were blatantly racist, especially in Fort Worth, Texas. But I have guy friends who like to hang out in Fort Worth. And I'd be like, I'm not going to bars in Fort Worth. I'm not hanging out there. And they'd be like, I ain't never had a problem. I ain't never seen nothing. Or they not gonna mess with me. Or they don't bother me. It's because they don't feel vulnerable. They don't feel as vulnerable in those situations, is my opinion. So, yeah, Thomas was like, yeah, I understand why you don't want to go to the certain bars that I go to. And I don't think he's married to the bars. He's married to you. So those little cultural nuances, or those things about how we handle discrimination and racism and how we stick up for ourselves, I think that personally, from my experience, y'all do not have to agree with me. But when you get with somebody who has more boundaries around that stuff, your partner will most likely just adhere to your what you feel comfortable doing. It doesn't sound like Thomas is married to like visiting those spots or anything like that. So if she said, hey, you hang out on those spots, I don't know. Can y'all find somewhere else to hang out? Can y'all find a black owned bar to have drinks at? Thomas will probably be like, yeah. His friends will probably be like, you know what? That's a good idea.
You know what? You're right.
It's not that big of a deal. She just doesn't like Thomas because she doesn't think he has any swag. That's what it is. That's all that it is. It's not the neighborhood bars he goes to. Let's be for real. I thought it was really funny that Camille's sister majored in, it sounds like, sociology, because she knows a lot about race and identity, and they're all biracial. But I thought it was really, really funny when Camille said the reason she doesn't date Thomas is because of his proximity to blackness, even though he is a black man. But her brother doesn't even identify as black.
Yeah, I get.
They said her brother was like, oh, I don't like labels, or I don't like da-da-da-da-da. I'm biracial. Why do I have to pick? Oh, so your brother is the type of man that you would never date.
Clock it.
Oh, that's interesting, because I thought that you and Thomas had such different upbringings, that you guys grew up in different neighborhoods and had different upbringings, and you went to school that was diverse and Thomas didn't. He went to PWI and blah, 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 blah. But your brother is the type of guy that you would never date because of his point of view on his own, his perception of his own identity. Interesting. Because it sounds like you and Thomas aren't that different. In fact, it sounds like no matter the fact that your brother went to a diverse school, maybe he went to a different school than you, it sounds like you and Thomas aren't that different, and Thomas is actually much closer to the type of man you want to date than you think. Because your own family member has a different point of view than you, even though you grew up in the same house.
Assuming.
Interesting. It sounds a bit like you lying. It sounds a bit hypocritical, actually. Camille?
It does, because you and your brother has the same upbringing. So how is he like Thomas? I don't get it.
Anyway, I'm glad Camille's sister was there to talk about race and identity and say that a lot of times men do not feel as strongly about these things as women, specifically black women, because how we are treated in society, and we have a different experience. I wish that Camille's sister would have sat down with Camille alone to talk about this as well, and think about how she's treating her husband based on, you know, his style or how he grew up and stuff like that. You know, I wish they would have had a separate conversation. Maybe they do, and maybe they did. But anyway, I wrote down Camille and Tom both spent time in PWIs. Tom never said that he was not black. He never said that. And I wrote down, even if Tom does realize the differences, he cannot change who he is. He's 40 years old. This is who he is. If you don't like who your partner is when you meet them at 40, you should not be with them.
Yeah. This is who they is.
And honestly, I wish Camille would leave and go get her a thug. I really do. I wish she would head right on down.
50 Cent.
Ain't they in Chicago? I wish she would head right on down to one of the roughest parts of Chicago and find her a man.
Gangster.
I really do at this point. I wish she would roll through the hood and pick out a man on the corner, because she want a thug so bad.
Jeezy.
A couple of people were saying yesterday that when Thomas puts it on her, he better put it on her like, baby girl, put it on me. Like Ja Rule, I guess. Where would I be without you, baby? Y'all better be lucky my voice is gone out.
If you want,
because if you need me, if you want me to put it on you,
because I love
come on.
Yeah, and don't you forget.
Anyway, that's the end of my review. Please subscribe to this channel. Matter of fact, tell somebody else about the channel. Hell, stop being selfish, because a black woman right here is trying to grow her channel in 2025. Okay.
What would I be without my baby?
Love y'all. Bye.
The thought alone might break me, and I don't want to go crazy, 'cause every thug is a lady. Yeah, yeah, yeah.